Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here at the Breakfast Club, joined by Gareth A Davies. Did you enjoy your breakfast, Gareth?
Yeah, it was a liquid breakfast. I'm saying no more. You know what that means.
What you've.
I've done 5 miles on my bike this morning already. I just had a tiny little sip of tequila. Don't want to eat yet because I've got lunch with Frank Warren in a bit, so didn't want to spoil that. We're off to Piccadilly for lunch. Looking forward to seeing Frank. And it was great to see Dalton Smith this morning. As it is great to see you. You're looking in shape.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. Gareth, you're a bit mellow now. You've been a bit loud for the rest of the morning.
We were in the Breakfast Club. It was really noisy in there. We didn't have a section honed off. We were struggling with the sea of people coming in out of the cold in London. Now we've been thrown out after an hour and we're sitting outside doing interviews. It's blooming freezing. Oh! Second dousing of the day. Matchroom's PR and filming team got done over by the canopy. The wind is freezing out here. The wind is blowing, and people are getting soaked by the canopy. They brought the canopy in. What are they doing? Bringing the canopy in? Did you ask for the canopy in? No. So it's freezing cold. It's about to rain, and they've taken the canopy in. They threw us out an hour ago. You've got to love the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I think. Gareth, are you going to complain?
I think I already have.
Gareth, before we done this interview, you said, can we talk about something different?
Yeah,
Gareth, what do you want to talk about?
No, you're the interviewer.
I know, but...
Come on, you're the creative brain. You're the brain behind IFLTV. You're the one paid by Coogan Cassius. So come on, earn your corn.
I'd like to say you're a creative brain as well.
I've never been asked before.
All right, tell us one thing nobody knows about Gareth A Davies.
I don't really like Charlie Parsons, even though I pretend to. No, Charlie's absolutely awesome, and one day he's going to be a very, very fine interviewer.
Okay, Gareth, another...
As you are, by the way.
Thank you, mate. Who is the most...
So cold. Why did we do this interview in the sun?
It's London, Gareth. It's not sunny. It's not sunny. Who is the most interesting person you've ever interviewed?
How's that camera angle? Is it looking all right? That's Charlie Parsons, by the way, who's executive producing Pugsley's interview.
Charlie, are you happy with my direction of this interview?
I think it's brilliant, mate. Very nice. You've got soaked now, isn't it? At least the canopy's gone in. You won't get soaked again.
We've got Dalton Smith over there. I know you spoke to Coogan yesterday about Dalton, but who would you like to see him fight next? And do you think we'll see him fight Adam Azim?
I don't. Adam Azim, I don't think that fight's ready for 15 months, and I think Regis Prograis will be a perfect opponent next, and he likes that fight as well. It'll come down to Eddie and Frank Smith getting that fight over the line.
After your interview with Coogan yesterday, the news broke that UKAD and the British Boxing Board of Control won their appeal on Conor Benn's case. Just get your reaction to that. Was you shocked by that decision?
No, not really. I mean, I didn't know what the decision was going to be, but I do think that they might, Benn's lawyers might go to the Court of Arbitration in Sport now and look at restraint of trade. But the fact the appeal's been upheld by the National Arbitration Dispute Panel, or whatever it's called, is a clear indication that they weren't happy with that there wasn't a strict liability case adhered to, and it was just over jurisdiction of who took the tests and where they were taken and why. So we're no further on really than we were. It's still mired in kind of greyness and obfuscation and confusion because we don't actually know. The board aren't making any comments about it. UKAD aren't making any comments about it.
Should the board be making comments about it?
They should all make comments about it. It's time to clear this up. It's gone on for 18 months. It's the most confusing case I can ever remember, Joe, in British boxing around a drugs test. It's very, very confusing. Get around a table, sort it out. Conor Benn has claimed his innocence the entire time, doesn't think the testing procedure's right. WBC cleared him on clomiphene being from eggs, if you recall. There's been no clear narrative through this the entire time. He says he's been victimised. The Boxing Board of Control aren't happy about the way they've been dealt with and spoken about. Everything's been under legalese. You know, at certain points, Eddie Hearn's hammered the boxing board. At certain points, the board haven't reacted. I'm throwing everyone under the bus here in a weird way, but it hasn't been dealt with in a great way. And at the end of the day, we want to see clarity. He's had 2 fights when he wasn't suspended here in the UK, in America. And I'm sure there's big fights for him here in the UK that we don't even know still if he's going to be able to have for the rest of the year. And this has gone on for 18 months. Very confusing, difficult to contemplate in lots of ways, while boxing is absolutely flying at the moment. If you remember a year ago, this was one of the stories that was putting it in the doldrums. It's what everyone was talking about, and it wasn't good for the sport.
Have the British Boxing Board of Control gone about this situation the right way, in your opinion?
Yeah, they've just done what they had to do. You know, they haven't. I don't believe they've victimised Conor Benn. I think they've, certainly my understanding anyway. You know, Ben's proclaimed his innocence, wanted to try and prove it. Said he spent every pound he's got to try and prove his innocence, and that's great. But the board have been presented with 2 cases of positive tests for clomiphene that were ahead of a very important fight, a very big fight between Conor and Chris Eubank. So they needed to get this right. And if you recall, up to 4 days before that fight in October 2022, that fight was still going ahead. So it was a big story at the time. And one that needed great clarification, and we still haven't got it.
Your gut feeling? Do you think we'll see Conor Benn fight in the UK this year?
Yeah, I think we'll see Conor Benn fight Chris Eubank.
What, this year?
Yeah,
next
this year.
Okay. Yes,
yeah, this year, and I do think we'll see it. Yeah, I do. They might have one fight in between, but I do. There's so much money in that fight. It's such a big fight that I do think we'll see it at some point. Yes, I do.
Yesterday I caught up with Lee Wood. He was very vocal about Josh Warrington.
Day, I missed that.
Yes.
Yeah, how was that?
Very good, very good.
At the Ben Davison Performance Centre, yeah?
At the Ben Davison Performance Centre. Spoke to Jordan Gill ahead of his fight against Zelfa Barrett in 2 weeks' time. And Lee Wood, who is hopefully going to get that rematch. You cold, Gareth?
It's freezing out here, isn't it?
I'm okay, but I've got a thicker coat on and thicker skin. But... No comment there.
More insulated.
Yeah, that's one way of putting it. That's one way of putting it.
You handsome devil, you. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see Lee Wood versus Josh Warrington 2?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And the social media stuff started already, hasn't it? The back and forth. Lee Wood wants that fight. He's got nothing to lose in it, really. I mean, he won the first time. It's a fight that sells. Warrington's got a big following. It's probably Warrington's last fight. Chance for him to chalk a win up on the board, isn't it? Against a guy who really has just won Fighter of the Year, hasn't he? With Boxing Board of Control. So well done to Lee. I was at that and very, very happy for him.
And just moving on to Sunday night, Wardley Clark. You spoke to him yesterday about Wardley Clark, so I want to ask you about the co-main event, Florian Marku versus Chris Congo. It's a real intriguing fight. I want to say domestic fight because Florian's been based over here for such a long time, but you have got to remember he is Albanian. So
yeah, I mean he is, and he's got a big following, and the what is it? 2 dragons or 2 eagles on the red flag is going to be red and black flag is going to be amazing to see on Saturday night at the O2. We'll all be there. It's a big event. I'll be there for TalkSport doing the broadcast. Myself, Adam Smith, Spencer Oliver, and John Rawlings. I'm looking forward to being there. Also going tomorrow actually to the workouts, 3 p.m. Southwark, just round the corner from here actually. Which gym is it? It's one of the gyms, isn't it?
I don't think it is. I think it's somewhere else. What's going on?
Charlie Parson doing a bit of executive producing behind us.
What's going on, Charlie? What's taking the fun on you guys?
Thank you. It's a really good fight. Marku hasn't fought the level of opponent that Congo's fought. Congo's massive height and reach advantages. He's got a great jab. He's got a great strategic team. Marku loves to come forward and be very aggressive. We don't know. He might just beat him up. He might beat Congo up. But Congo's going to try and outbox him. He's going to have to get into the trenches at some point, in my view, because Marku will come forward until he hurts you. So it's a great fight. It's a pick'em. Part of me thinks Congo wins by outboxing him, but part of me thinks Marku might get inside and hurt him and turn it into a dogged battle. So really looking forward to it. Cheers, brother. So really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
As I am Mikel Lawal and Vidal, and also here's the good one, is Babic. Of course, we love the savage Babic, and also Ben Whittaker. Hey, Charlie, when you
smiling.
and also Ben Whittaker against Leon. Who's he fighting?
Oh, go on.
Leon Rawlings, yeah. Will Ben be deducted a point for showboating? Who knows?
Do you think you should be getting points deducted?
Fight, no. The pirouette wasn't good, but no, he shouldn't have been deducted a point. No.
Okay, Gareth. Thank you very much for being to IFLTV. I'm going to see you later.
You asked me about Wardley and Clark.
Yeah, because you spoke to Coogan about it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah. But Gareth, I'm going to see you tonight at the Adam Smith launch.
Okay, well I'll see you then. Let's do another one.
We're going to have
Get
some
this
fun.
up now. We'll do. Yeah, get this one up now, and you'll see me in a fist fight with Adam Smith later.
Your hair, you need to redo your hair. It's going a bit everywhere.
Pardon? What do you mean redo my hair? All right.
The wind has taken it. You've been windswept, Gareth.
I am feeling a bit windswept. I will. Before tonight, I've got 3 other functions before that tonight, so I will. I'll get my hair redone just for you.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.